thank you for being here. I want to just, before I wrap up the social media aspect, I really want to get a little perspective from our phenomenal team of social media folks at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory who we're really lucky to have here. I find at Mars Curiosity the most compelling account we have. The flagship account, of course, at NASA is always going to be needed because we can put stuff out for the whole agency, but it's really interesting to put personality into something where there was none. NASA has a tendency to suck the fun out of things and everything we do. And we put a video up and I'm like, God, it seemed cooler until I saw this video. But they get it and they do it right. And so we can all learn from them. And so let me turn it over to Stephanie and Courtney.
Oh man, it's hard to follow an introduction like that. So Endeavor OB105, this is why we're here. But John asked us to say a few words about Mars Curiosity, this is now what, Sol 44? Hang on, there's an app for that. So 1 ton of awesome landed on the red planet, 10:32 p.m., August 5th. Live tweeting in the first person. We are 2/3 of the team who oversee that account, and sucking the fun out of things. How can you suck the fun out of 1 ton space robot that has 10 science instruments, including a rock vaporizing laser on its head?
She's pretty cool.
Yeah, and
we like her.
If you come down to JPL, and we encourage you to do that, we give free tours all year long, and we have an open house in the spring. You can meet our teams, you can come to Mission Control, you can go to the Mars Yard, and you can see where we test the rover's stunt doubles. It's true. There are 2 full-sized rovers. One of them is part for part, except for the plutonium-238 powered, power source. We don't keep plutonium at JPL. It's got a very, very long extension cord that comes out of the back of it. That proved to not be feasible for Mars, but we can do that. We can do that at the lab, and then we have another model that's 3/8 weighted, and that one's a driving model. It doesn't have a brain, and so it's called Scarecrow. But as far as the social media is concerned, at this point, like through landing and now on the surface, it's about sharing our journey of discovery. And so as news happens on Mars, 15.7 minutes later, we can find out about it here on Earth, and then we turn around and share it with you guys immediately on Twitter.
Yeah, speaking of which, there is actually a Curiosity telecon that is happening in about 30 minutes.
Not that we want you to watch it. It will be recorded and available on demand on ustream.tv/NASA-JPL later.
Yeah, but it brings up a good point in that people are always asking, what's next for NASA? Well, Curiosity is a 2-year mission. That's the prime mission. And she's going to be doing so much on the surface of Mars, and you guys should all tune in.
So stay with us on the road to Glenelg and the lower slopes of Mount Sharp, which is a 5-kilometer tall sedimentary mountain in the middle of Gale Crater. And this rover is going to climb through Mars history. Yes, Carrie Ann.
How do you feel about Sarcastic Rover?
I think she's hilarious.
That imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Yeah.
And we chuckle. We chuckle. It's good. I think that Mars Curiosity says things that NASA JPL can't say, and Sarcastic Rover says things that Mars Curiosity can't say. So we're all storytellers, and we're all sharing this journey together.
Do you say let's do a science at all?
We have not.
No.
I personally do a science every now and then, but that's in the privacy of my own home.
Yeah?
I just want to thank you because as an educator, I feel it's my job to take these stories that the kids aren't aware of them and bring into the classroom. And Curiosity is one of them. I'm going to the JPL workshop at ASU next weekend. So
awesome.
I'm super excited to take what I learned from that back to my kiddos. And I think they're really, really going to enjoy it. So thank you.
That's wonderful to hear.
Yes.
As social media has exposed you to mass media by what you're doing, how's the celebrity going?
I feel like the ghost of Andy Warhol is floating next to us going 15 minutes, 14 minutes. No, we joke. Sometimes we feel like carnival barkers for science and engineering. The mission is inside the tent. And if we're unique in that, they're women and they're tweeting and they're playing the part of a robot online, people go, oh, what? And they want to pay attention to that and the crazy song lyrics and movie quotes that we drop in the tweets. If that hooks people's attention for 2 minutes, they might go in the tent and see the real science and engineering that's happening in there. And, we're vectors. We're helping to try to take the public and help them know what's going on with space science and engineering at JPL. And that includes this awesome Mars rover. So
Yeah.
We're
It is a
honored.
bit surreal, though, to be tweeting with people like Steve Martin or Britney Spears or people that you normally don't from a space or science Twitter account. But we like to say that, anything that we can do to get people interested in this account, and some people weren't aware that there was a rover on the surface of Mars. I mean, there's now 3 of them.
and 2 working. Yeah.
And 2 working, yeah. So, if landers, rovers,
Pathfinder?
Right, working still.
yeah.
Yeah, so Opportunity and Curiosity in different parts of Mars, and Spirit and Sojourner
Right.
are waiting for us to build science museums around them.
Yeah.
So, nerd trip, nerd pilgrimage to Mars. Yes?
We're
it's
all
on.
about it.
Pilot getaway to Mars. Yes? Good. Okay. I'm glad we're all on board.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, I'm not in education at all, I'm more in communications, but I'm wondering if any of the universities reached out to you to try to figure out like coursework to do from some of the either social media experience you guys have or some of the information that you're getting from.
It's funny that you
right?
asked that. I took a call yesterday from the University of Wisconsin at Madison from a science communication educator there who asked if we would Skype with her class, like an upper division class of science communicators. So we haven't had that conversation yet, but yeah, absolutely.
And
We will.
piggybacking on that, what about other government agencies? Because I actually work for the Port of San Diego, and being government agencies are terrified of everything social media, even though it's been going on for 4 years. But I'm always fighting that battle. So what about
Your timing is
Yeah,
impeccable.
great timing.
Monday was it Monday.
Monday, I think.
Yeah, we did. We were connected remotely with the GSA, so government social. Help me out with my 3-letter acronym. There are so many TLAs.
GSA?
Yeah, wasn't GSA Summit? Okay,
Government Services Administration.
there we go. Okay.
So it was 150 government officials who work in social media who were in DC, and we joined them virtually, and we presented a case study about everything we've been doing with the mission.
So best practices.
yeah.
How do we get our information? How do we work with the scientists and engineers, the experts? How do we get that information cleared for public release? How do we work together?
Right.
And then how do we have that conversation? Because it can't all be push.
Right.
If you guys don't like being talked at, says the woman talking at you, it has to be a conversation. And so we strive for 50% of our tweets from any of our accounts to be responses. So at mentions, at replies. And I think it's that level of engagement where people can come to us and interact, with the NASA Center, with NASA headquarters, with missions, get their questions answered. That's the heart of it. That's where it really pays off for everybody, for us, and I think for the public, because we want to know what people are excited about, what they're confused by. If there's a lot of confusion that comes back on a tweet, we know that we need to do a better job in our newsroom. So maybe that's going to inspire a new video that our videographers make, or a new news article, or a new photo gallery that we can then go ahead and share via social media to help further enthusiasm and engagement.
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, one of my favorite things has been, flipping through Instagram and having pictures from Mars show up. From you're like, here's a friend, oh, look, there's Disney World, look, there's a sunset, look, here's somebody's eating ramen, and boom, here's a photo from Mars. And I just want to thank you for that. It's just fantastic.
Well, the Instagram is actually a fan, but
That one's not official.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna reach out to the Instagram people, but the person who is Instagramming as @MarsCuriosity is not one of us.
But there's nothing wrong with fan content. I don't know if you guys have seen all the YouTube videos of like the descent. So many of those have been made by fans, and they have hundreds of thousands of views. And I see that as a win for the agency. It's not just what we're doing; it's what everybody else is making with our content.
We're all about open data, right? So we're going to take our data sets and we're going to put them out there and see what you guys do. We're going to put all of our photographs out there. And if somebody wants to take an entire month, like this one fan did, and make a 30 frame per second interpolated descent video,
Go for it.
oh, thank you, sir. It's gorgeous. It's not, we wouldn't do it necessarily, not because we wouldn't want to, but okay, it shot at 4 frames per second. We're going to show you the 4 frames per second because that's the science. That's the data, that's the original data set, and we'll put that out there. But if somebody wants to take that data and make something beautiful, we're happy to do it. And now we're happy to get off the stage.